This is the Power Call with Grady Polcyn, brought to you by Online Sales Pro. Welcome to the Power Call with Grady Polcyn, where it's all about success, improvement, and living life on your terms. And now your host, he loves bad jokes and good stories, Grady Polcyn.
Hello, Online Sales Pro world. Hello, Facebook world. This is your host of the Online Sales Pro Power Call, Grady Polcyn. Happy to be on here with you today. Let me click a little bit of maintenance over here real quick, and we'll get this show rocking and rolling. Let me know where you are calling in from. Let me know where you are joining me from. I always love to say hello to everybody who's comes and joins us on these lives. We do have replays that circulate for, well, there's the push notifications. You got that going. But I always love to say hello to everybody. Let me know where you're coming from in the comments below. I want to say hi to you. Good to see Belinda Hopkins on here as the first commenter. One last thing I got to do over here, and we'll get the show rocking. It's going to be a fun call today, as always. I feel like I always say that, but you know why I say it's always a fun call? Because if you're in business and you're working for yourself and you're trying to create something, it's too dang hard to do something that's not fun. So do something that's fun, that's still challenging, that still causes you to grow, that still causes you to exert effort far beyond what you think is reasonable or normal, because most people don't do things that aren't reasonable and things that aren't normal. That's why most people stay in a very sedentary, a very comfortable, a very normal life. And so today's going to be fun because it's got to be fun. Otherwise, we're not going to keep doing it. So good to see so many people out there for it. Let me know where you're joining me from. I want to say hi to you. And today's topic is how to relentlessly follow up with prospects without annoying them and blowing the sale. Who likes that title? Gonna get in there. Got a quick video from Mr. Mark Cuban I want to share with you about how to become a millionaire. And then a closing video on 3 phone sales tips. If you guys aren't using the phone to help increase your closing ratio, yes, emails are great. Yes, text message is great. Yes, Facebook message is great. But you got to be doing all of them. You got to be doing all of them. And so today I've got a quick little phone video from a guy I shared with you guys last week. And it should be a great call. I'm super excited about today. I love doing these power calls. As many of you have noticed, we have dialed them back from 4 days a week. We did for about the first year. Then the last 6 months, we've done it, or 8 months, we've done it 2 days a week. And now my time is going to push all the love and effort I've got on these power calls right on into 1 day a week, but we're going to make them good. I'll probably even end of the call with more of a Q&A style. I've got a, if this is some of your first times joining me on the power call, welcome. We have an archive in the back office under resources, under marketing training. I have all 150 plus of these power calls that I've done. You look at the titles, look at the topics, listen to a few. I know many people have gone through all of them, humbled that they've donated that much of their time. But I guarantee you, as I always like to close these calls, is the only place you can guarantee a positive return is investing into yourself, time, and money. So cheers to those people. Let me say hello to a few people up in here. Good to see 40 of you on here. Welcome. Click that share button down the bottom corner if you think that this call, what's going on there? If you think this call will be helpful for some people, you can share it out on your personal wall. You can share it in any groups or share it in any private mastermind situations you have. But super excited about today. Let me say hello to people. Good to see Diana on here. Did you see that video, Diana, that we've created for you? Love it. Jordan Walker, welcome. Krista Burke, Eric Trujillo, Mimi, hello. Jessica Orr, hello, hello, hello. Nayambi from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I've got some good friends in Lancaster County randomly. Hertfordshire, United Kingdom. Gail Kruger, welcome on. Farthest person so far. Benny Tillman in Atlanta, welcome. Liana Badia, welcome. New VIP from Curry. Hello, Chrissy Kressler. Hello, Illinois in the house. Welcome. Suburbs of Chicago. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. So many good people on here. Alex Vorson, my dude, is on here. Tim Worthington, welcome. I always like to say hi to you guys. If you guys have shared this, please share in the comments below, and I'll show you guys some love. Gary Duncan, good to see you on here. Callie Ernie Rios, welcome, welcome. So good. Sean Catchings, no links, please. Please delete that, or I'll have to delete you from the company. Diana Anderson, welcome. So many good people on here. Clint Booker, good guy. I love your positivity. All right, fun call today, as I said. How to relentlessly follow up with your prospects without annoying them or blowing the sale. The goal of these calls is let me just give you a little bit of information. If you have, thank you, Jess Gore, for sharing. Thank you, Kim and Kim, for sharing. Welcome. Thank you. is a three-prong approach. And some of you guys maybe have never heard this. That's why I like to get it out there, is that there's three principles that I try to apply to my own life. And what is going on here? All right, let's just don't worry about that. I'm gonna put a hat on or something. Is information increases your skills, and that increases your value to the marketplace. So let's diagnose that real quick. Information, whether it's books you're reading. I'm a big fan of the Kindle, right? I probably have 300 paper books, but they look nice on my shelf. The most reading I've done in my recent life has been through like my Kindle. Why? Because it's easy for me to access the information. I'm not fighting my kids for the highlighter. It doesn't get wrinkled up or lost on the couch. It sits in my office. I read it in bed. I read it before I come in the office, and I'm able to digest the most highest quality information in the most easiest possible way. So information you take in, whether it's books you're reading, videos you're watching, trainings you're on, seminars you attend, coaching sessions you hire out, right? New information, right? That's the only way we can grow. And new information can come in the form of experience, right? Trying things and learning for yourself that, oh, that works, or oh, that doesn't work, right? That's new information for your brain to process. From there, that information you've now digested, you must go take that and apply that to your skills. And your skills are, in this business at least, is follow-up, presenting, closing, generating leads, making people feel comfortable, making people feel welcomed, putting people in a positive mindset of understanding that if they partner with you or buy your product or hire you, that their life will be better, that the problem that they have in their life, right? That's a great line we learned from Cedric Harris, is money comes from people. Money comes from people. And it was just an epiphany type line that it's like we all, often like money comes from companies or we create it or whatever. People have money and that's where we get the money. So if we can solve people's problems, they will give us their money to ease that pain and challenge. So think about that in a bigger sense. My daughter asked me the other day, she's 4, she's like, Dad, where does money come from? And I was like, it comes from 2 places, either providing a service or solving a problem, right? You're providing a service that someone can't do, or you're solving a problem that someone can't fix. Kind of some deep thought. I'm like, you just take that in, all right? You just worry about your ponies. But the thing I'm trying to hammer home here is if you will bring in new knowledge, right? New information, new experience, right? New training, that your skills, the things you do on a daily basis that generate income for you, for your family, those will increase as well. And the better you become at the things that you do on a daily basis, the things that generate you money, the following up prospects, the diligence, the persistence that you must have in business, in self-paced, entrepreneurial-based business, right? This, I can't coach you on how to do better, at your job where you make a wage. I can give you some inspiration to become the best of the other employees and get a raise and whatnot. But we live in a world right here, in this Facebook world, in this online sales world, we live in an entrepreneurship world where if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. Plant your flag and march. And that was where, if you refine your skills, you will quickly, and I don't mean to make this like this daunting long road, but if you will just learn a little bit of new information, because guess what? Most people don't learn anything after high school. They don't learn anything. So you just planting a little bit of new informational seeds inside your brain from books you read, videos you watch, trainings you attend, your progress towards where you want to be, the life you want to paint, the big picture you want to develop for you and for your family is going to get closer and closer and closer because you're doing more than anyone else. And what does that mean? That means your skills are becoming sharper than anyone else, and the things that you perform to do to make money will become easier than anyone else. So 3-prong approach: information, refine your skills and improve them. That creates value in the marketplace. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is why some people make $1 million, $10 million, $100 million a year, and some people make $32,000. Because their skills are greater. So that's what we're trying to do here. I've done 150 some of these calls where I'm trying to refine my skills. I'm trying to give the best stuff that I learned. I'm trying to take my personal experience, my personal failures, and pour them out here. And if this is one of your first times joining me, I'm a little excited. I love what I do. So on top of all that, we run Online Sales Pro, which is one of the most amazing lead generation companies where we drop leads on your mobile app and make you look good. And go learn more about that from anyone that shared the link in the post above. But got to have a great call to you. So value to the marketplace is your end goal. When you see, don't begrudge someone that's more successful than you or someone that's having a better life for you. They've just gone through more struggle. They've learned more and grown their skills farther than you have. But what they have done, so can you do. And that's one of my biggest messages, and one of the biggest messages that I can push and impress upon you guys is just to keep going and understanding that it's a process. But the top of the mountain is very uncrowded because most people don't do anything. Just think about that. Most people don't do it but their job and they play golf, once a month, and they, have a girls' night. Most people don't do anything. So you are the differentiator. You are the person doing something different, and I applaud you, but I'm going to keep pushing you, and that's what we're going to keep doing together. So good to see so many people on here. I see a lot of shares. Thank you so much. Let me hit a quick refresh over here. 18 shares. Thank you all who have shared this out into the universe. Let's get started real quick. I think I got my opening. Good to see Georgia in the house, West Virginia. Thank you, Kim. Mark Schuler from Ohio, welcome. Becky from Florida, welcome. South Carolina, thank you for sharing, Larry. Cynthia, thank you for sharing. Audiobooks work for me. I agree. Audiobooks are fantastic. It's about just getting the information in. Get the Kindle. Oh, it's so good. The white paper. I think it's the white paper. I don't know. It looks like this. It's amazing. I've read more books in the last couple of months than I have in the past couple of years because of the ease of a Kindle. So, awesome. Good to see so many people on here. And let's get rocking and rolling. Okay. So, quick video I stumbled across, was shared to me by a colleague about Mark Cuban on how to become a millionaire. And it's just a very interesting insight into, the way we approach our life and things. It's a quick, like 2-minute video. So let's just watch it real quick. And then I'm going to jump into the training today, which is how to relentlessly follow up with prospects without annoying them and blowing the sale. Things that I think we could all learn from. You get this one little prospect, this one little pretty prospect, and you just want to love on it and hug on it and call it a bunch and text it a bunch and shoot it a bunch of emails, and then they never respond again. So let's go through today how we can make that better, and then we're going to close out with some phone sales training. So without further ado, check out this quick video from my friend. I'm going to say he's my friend. He's speaking into existence, Mr. Mark Cuban.
Can you save $1 million? You can. When I was getting started, I used to read this book, How to Retire by the Age of 35. And the whole premise of the book was, if you could save up, $1 million and live like a student, you would be a millionaire and you could retire. If I believed heavily in that book, it was a big motivator for me. I did things like, have 5 roommates and, live off of macaroni and cheese and, really was very, very frugal. I used to ride around all day looking at the big houses, listening to Zig Ziglar and motivational tapes that I bought for half price at half price books. When people sold them, I had the worst possible car, those types of things. And as I started my career, now I might have got fired a few times along the way.
What kind of car was it? What kind of car, Mark?
I had a Fiat X19 with a hole on the floorboard. I had a 1966 Buick LeSabre. I mean, it wasn't until I was like...
chick magnets.
Oh, yeah, big-time chick magnets. I didn't have a car that cost more than $200 till I was 25, I think. And so it was crazy. But that was my decision. I was determined to save money, and I was determined to be able to retire. It wasn't like I thought, okay, I'm going to be super rich. I wanted enough because I value time more than anything. I wanted enough money to be able to travel, have fun, and party like a rock star.
Simple things, right? Sacrificing early till the job is done. Putting yourself in a position where a great mentor once told me, he said, refuse reward until the job is done. Refuse reward, right? We were on a big 90-day push. And he's like, we're on a 90-day push. You're trying to make a hit sales goal, trying to hit a new level, trying to bring in new clients. It was like a 90-day push. And he's like, listen, you can go about your lives and you can, take your weekends off and go out on Fridays and happy hour on Thursdays and do your life. He's like, but you're not going to hit your goals. He's like, those that are going to hit their goals in this 90-day sprint will refuse reward until the job is done. So for you guys, take that statement as it will. Mark Cuban, clearly a billionaire now, invented, I think something with broadcast.com and sold to Yahoo. But, I don't know his whole story, but he's clearly a very successful entrepreneur. And you wouldn't think that he drove a $200 car, especially when he had money. But it's the sacrifice to put yourself in a position. I look at friends now who are starting to make money and they're upgrading their lifestyle. They're buying nicer cars. They're buying their, nicer clothes. And all those things are nice. But I have other friends who are starting to make more money and they still rent and they still have the same car for 10 years. and they're starting businesses. They're taking the extra money, the 10, the 40, the $100,000 they could be putting in a down payment or whatever, and they're starting businesses. And it's just interesting. I'm gonna watch this through life, but it's interesting to see the different mental principles of people on the reinvestment of money into the future or the just enjoyment of life in the present. And those are two scales that we could argue forever. I mean, I have my own. I like nice things. I like eating out, but I also have big financial goals. I've got big goals for a home I'm trying to buy. And so it's just like teeter-totter these thoughts with yourself about sacrificing now, guys, while you're early in your business, because as you start to make money, it becomes way too easy to just start doling it out and having $100 lunches and all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what I want you guys to just, this whole thing's about mental growth. So hope you found value in that. But let's jump into the training today. Super excited about it, because it's from a gentleman. If you're familiar with Ryan Stewman, anyone know who Ryan Stewman is? Let me take a second here. See anyone knows who Ryan Stewman is. Boom, boom, boom. I want to read the books Mark Cuban reads. What do you read, Grady? I'll read the books you read too. I just read The $100 Startup by Chris Guillebeau. Very good book on just like 100 different. The guy interviewed 1,500 or 1,000 different new startup businesses generating between 50 and 150,000 and 100,000 plus of profit. Little businesses, from little boutiques to stores to online things. It was very eye-opening about different businesses you could start. I'm currently reading The Referral Engine, book on how to generate more referrals. But I read a lot of books, but I read a lot of books, but I have not read nearly as many books as I want to read. And that's saying, I heard a great quote one time, is the only thing that fears me in life is not being able to read all the books I want to read. So very cool. No one commented on who Ryan Stewman is. Ryan Stewman is the hardcore closer. Hardcorecloser.com. He's got a group of sales professionals on Facebook. Gentlemen, I mean, he's well known as an excellent salesman, has sales training, has sales courses, but like had a rough life. I mean, I think he went to prison and made mistakes, but he turned his life around. And so not about him, but he kind of created this little training here on how to relentlessly follow up with prospects without annoying them and blowing the sale. So if you're ready, I want to see some I'm readies in the comments below, some I'm readies, but that's my big focus for you guys, is to just engage this, right? Like maybe you haven't generated your first lead. Well, learn up. I had a mentor one time. He said, if you only know your taxes at $100,000 a year, you'll only make $100,000 a year. He's like, you need to learn the tax strategies of people that make $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, $5 million a year. You need to learn what those people do. Because by learning what those people do with just even taxes, which is something that scares most people, something that most people just shy away from, they don't engage in, because they just happen, taxes come out, I get a return, I go buy some stuff, right? It's like understanding that how you can use taxes to your benefit as being a small business owner, as being an entrepreneur, as using Schedule Cs. Like it's such a bigger mentality, but it opens up your brain to think about new things that you maybe want to do, try, or create for your own life, versus just relying on that one singular income. So this is what today is about. Let's level up, let's train up, let's educate ourselves up. And if you're ready for that, I want to see some I'm readies in the comments below. And let's learn about how to follow up with prospects without being annoying or blowing the sale. So without that, I always like to show a cool image. I really like this one today about sales statistics. So you can check this out. I hope it doesn't distract you from the training, but take a look at this and we will get rocking right now on this training, which I'm stoked for. So a bunch of people ready. Good to see someone who, Ryan Stewman is intense. Yeah, he's intense. You're right, Brad. All right, good to see some people ready and engaged here. Deb, all right, a lot of new people. Welcome on here, guys. Good to see so many new names and people. MCA Shonda, that is a name I didn't know. That is a cool name. But welcome on here. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki does teach about things. Okay, so let's get rock and rolling. Here we go. Check out these sales statistics. They're fascinating. What the truth is in business. Okay, this is from Ryan Stewman. He's a modern day sales trainer, automation expert, business consultant, founder of hardcorecloser.com. So let's check this out. You left the meeting and had a good feeling about this one. He said to follow up with him in the next few days and he'll close the deal with you. You need the sale. You know the prospect is a busy man. You already left a few messages and sent an email or two. How much follow up is too much? There's a really fine line between follow up and annoyance. There's also a weird part of the process where annoyances become follow-up and prospects respect your hustle. Oh, and that part about getting them mad and telling you to never contact them again. That happens too. The last thing any of us want to do is piss off a prospect by bugging them too much. The first thing any of us want to do is make a sale. Both are valid consequences of follow-up. It's your job as a salesman to know exactly how much follow-up is the right amount. If you're not sure, it's cool. Stick with me and I'll teach you how to do it. If you're going to close sales, you've got to relentlessly follow up. Relentless follow-up doesn't have to be annoying. It doesn't have to piss a prospect off. If you do it right, the prospect will love your follow-up and close with you when the time is right. It's all in the technique you use and the perception of that technique by the prospect. Ryan says, I've sold cars, homes, and everything in between at some point in my life. I've had several sales jobs that required me to do daily follow-up with prospects who weren't exactly happy to be bothered so frequently. I don't do well with no, so I had to concoct some creative ways to get myself back in front of the prospect every day to do my job and close the sale. The car business probably required the most follow-up of any job I've ever had. Selling cars is a right now business. If you don't close them right now, your prospect most likely won't be back. If a prospect leaves the dealership, you've got to be one awesome salesman on your follow-up to get them back to the barn. People don't really care too much for salesmen, let alone car salesmen. That said, prospects don't appreciate a car salesman calling, emailing, and texting them every day. When I had to do so in order to feed my family, I had to figure out a way to follow up, get them back to the dealership, and close them without pissing them off to where they'd go buy from a competitor. Now, if a prospect walked, I'd find a surefire way to entice them to finish the deal. I do everything in my life with intent. I'm not fearful of consequences, good or bad. Most people don't have intentions. If you have intentions, you have consequences. Most people run from consequences and avoid doing anything intentionally. Because of this, a lot of people you meet won't expect you to have intent. They will almost always assume other people will think and act the same they do. When you are different, you make the sale. I believe it takes 12 touches to entice someone to buy. In my business, the average prospect reads my stuff and watches me for 8 months before they make a buying decision. It takes me getting in front of them a ton of times before you'll actually buy from me. I'm okay with that. If you think about it, you're reading this right now from me is following up with you. Doesn't really seem like it though, does it? Exactly. So here's how to creatively follow up with prospects in a way that makes them buy from you. Ready? Day 1. You just met the prospect. You had a good sales conversation and you need to follow up. As soon as you get off the phone or get back to your car, if it was an in-person meeting, send them an email. Not just any email, an email with something you mentioned in the meeting that you thought they would like. During the initial meeting, phone or in person, I mention a third-party service or a review that will help them, not me. This shows them I care about them and I have an expert information for them. I make them want this during the meeting so they'll look forward to getting the email from me with the information. That's good. Day 2, I call them up and double check to make sure they got my email yesterday. I also tell them I enjoyed meeting with them yesterday. I never thank them for their time. My time is just as valuable as theirs. If I thank them, that means they did me a favor. By telling them I enjoyed meeting them, it puts me on their level subconsciously. I also give them a heads up. I have some more cool stuff they will like, so I warn them to be on the lookout for my emails. I want them hanging and expecting my contacts. So when that happens, it's anticipated. It's almost like setting another meeting with them. Day 3, I send another email with more cool information to either reinforce or add to the info I sent them on day 1. Oh, hey, by the way, I found this video that's perfect for you. I'm following up, but with more stuff they want. I haven't asked for the sale again yet. I'm simply doing what I call stacking the good. This means I'm giving them a ton of value and demonstrating my use and expertise at the same time. The law of reciprocity is a real thing. If you do enough cool stuff for a prospect that brings value to their life, they will want to restore order and give value to my life. Most times, this is in the form of a sale. They buy from me because they feel like they owe it to me. Day 4. On this day, I'll send a video I've personally made for them. Really, I've made it for everyone, but it seems as if I just do it for them. On this video, I'll give value and show social proof of the results the prospect wants. In other words, I might show them testimonials or examples of current and past clients who've gotten the results the prospect wants. At the end of this video, I ask for their business through a clear, strong, and precise call to action. At this point, they have a really good idea if I'm their guy or not. The decision has to be made. My call to action gives them a time period in which to reply to me. They have to reach out and answer of either yes or no. Day 5. I follow up and make sure they got the video from yesterday. If I have to leave a voicemail, I do so as well and send the same in the text message. I want them to feel like the video is super important, that they have a sense of urgency to watch it. It's as if their video is expiring or going away soon. I'm not asking for business on this call. If I do get them on the phone, instead of going to voicemail, I'd hit them with a call to action just like the video. Not begging for the sale, but insisting they need to make a decision of yes or no. Day 6. They get another email from me. This email explains I've been trying to catch them so we can close our business and get started moving forward. I highlight what was in the previous emails, how it benefits them, and how what I sell can solve their problems. I also point out that the week has already passed, and in doing so, make them feel 6 days behind. This email is full of scarcity, sales pitches, and benefits just waiting for them, which will be theirs as soon as they take action. This is also the first time I've aggressively asked for the business. This email needs to lay it all out to them, be firm, but empathetic. Day 7 through 10. I make them miss me. They've gotten value, follow-up, and aggressive sales pitch via email from me, so I'll give them a break. Take the scarcity to a new level. Act as if I don't need them. They'll think I've moved on, but again, I'm operating with intent. They have no clue. Day 11. I call them to make sure they're all good. Most times it's a voicemail and a text they get. Anytime I call the phone and leave a voicemail, I send the same message via text. This is why it's important to always get their mobile number, not their office number. I let them know I'm here for them and ready to make it happen when they are. Keep it short and simple. This call is simply a checkup. I let them know I'll be sending another important video tomorrow via email. The purpose of this text and voicemail is 100% to set the hook for tomorrow's follow-up video. Day 12. This is the last real follow-up they get from me. I'll send them the video I mentioned in yesterday's text and voicemail. This video simply states that it's been 2 weeks since we first got into contact. When I show them the results of other clients after 2 weeks with me, I make them feel the pain of what they're missing out on using social proof all the way. I also let them know I'm going to let them off the hook. I'll get off their butt for now. I reassure that the excuses they are thinking, such as being busy, not ready, etc. I'm empathetic, but at the same time, I show them what it's costing not to get this done. After the 12 days, I start following up via email once a week and phone call every 2 weeks. Anytime I have something of value for them, I send it to those times and follow up. I keep them in the long-term weekly follow-up mode until they decide to reach back out to me. I don't put more time or focus on this. You can easily implement this same intentional process into your follow-up. More times than not, the prospect will buy from you at the 4th or 8th follow-up. Rarely do I have to go the distance for 12 days. It's all a matter of expert positioning on your end. Prospects buy from experts at 3 times the rate they buy from salespeople. And I'll give a little love to Ryan here. He says, if you're ready to invest in your personal success and you find out more about the programs we've developed for people just like you, simply head over to hardcorecloser.com/tribe and we'll have a sales conversation about your future. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the best synopsises for sales, a breakdown that I have ever seen. One of the best breakdowns I've ever seen in just a touch respect from day one, with a value play. I love that little give them a value. And then you're giving them, you're double checking they got their email. Then you create a video with another email. Then you make a video for them. Then a couple more follow-ups, text and voicemail. So it's positioning yourself as the expert, not as a salesperson. And that is one of the highest values that you can create in whatever it is you're selling, whether you're selling your nutritional products or whether you're selling your automotive services or whether you're selling your travel company or whatever. Now you could create these simple videos. I mean, learn if you have a computer, learn how to use iMovie. If you have a Windows, learn how to use one of their video softwares. But it's super simple to. I mean, if the potential sale could generate you a large commission, it's worth the time to craft the video will probably take you all of 2 minutes because the back half he's talking about has social proof and testimonials. So you could use, you could just do a new open, say, hey, Jim and Mary, I created this video for you real quick, check it out. And then you could just put in a slideshow or something where it's like, I've helped these people do this. I've helped this accomplish here. I've helped this happen here. And just putting yourself in a position where you're the expert. People want to work with experts. I love that line where he talks about not thanking them. I call them up and double check to make sure they got my email yesterday. I also tell them I enjoyed meeting them yesterday. I never thank them for their time. My time is just as valuable as theirs in my mind. If I thank them, that means they did me a favor. By telling them I enjoyed meeting them, it puts me on their level subconsciously. It's so true. Whenever I've engaged in with top salespeople, I feel elements of this sort of positioning. They're an expert. They're a professional in their craft. If you're not yet an expert yet, ladies and gentlemen, level up. Practice implementing these things early on in your business, and quicker, you're going to have success faster versus the text, email, follow-up 3 times on day 1. Text, email, phone call, day 2. Hey, are you ready to get started? Text, email, follow-up day 3. And I'll post this link right here. I'll drop it in the comments so you guys can get this outline from him. Here, I'll put that right there, and I'll pin it. Check that out from Ryan Stewman. But so just this is are you liking this? Is this making sense? Are you liking this? And what's your favorite part? In 2 or 3 words, so we can talk about what you guys enjoyed the most. Because this simple thing about positioning yourself as an expert, about positioning yourself as someone who's on the same level as them, you're providing value. I loved the value add-on where he said you just met the prospect, you had a good sales conversation, you need to follow up. During the initial meeting, I mentioned a third-party service or review that will help them out. This shows I care about them and I have expert information for them. I make them want this during the meeting. So look forward to getting an email from me. Like if just in his car lot situation, if I'm looking to buy a new SUV and he goes, oh yeah, you're looking great car. And me and my wife, my kids are running amok. I don't have hours at the dealership in order to spend time and learn all the features and the comparisons between this SUV and 3 other SUVs. If the guy goes, listen, let me get your email and phone number. I'm going to send you an email on JD Power and Associates or Auto Trade or Auto, whatever, some sort of review site. Like they did a good review on this model versus the top 5 other SUV models and why it's best for families. Give me your email. I'll send that to you. And you can check it out later tonight when the kids go to bed. If that guy said that to me, I would go, yes, get me that so I can, reaffirm my decision is buying from your, even your dealership here. And I would anticipate it. I would wait for it. And now he's positioning himself as he's giving me something of value. So in your conversations, guys, like what can you offer? Lead magnets and type things. What can you offer to potential prospects leads that are prospects, not sales, to get them to stick with you and position yourself as an expert? If you're in online marketing, hey, I got this article from Inc. 500 that I'd love to share with you on why affiliate marketing is the most explosive place to make money in 2017. I'd be like, oh, that sounds like if I'm like him and Han, like what I want to do as far as my future and what business I want to invest my time in. I'm talking to a person, they go, let me get you an article from Entrepreneur Magazine or whatever. Go find this or go craft it. Hey, I've got this free report from a guy who's made over $1 million the past 3 years online. And he put together a free report on the top 7 tips to get yourself started. What's your email? I'll shoot this over to you. Then you follow up. Did you check that out? And then you go through this process. But like that little thing where you're positioning yourself as equals, right? Not begging for the sale. Oh, give me your money. Oh, you should sign up with me. Oh, join my team. We're exploding, right? Oh, are you happy with the way you look? You need to try my product, right? Instead of that whole rigmarole, positioning yourself as an expert who has value to offer them. And if they partner with you, you're going to help them like you've helped other people, but not begging, doing it up this higher level because everyone else is down there begging. This is very good. I hope you got value to this like I did. I can't wait to implement this into some of the things that I do throughout my business. So let's check a couple comments. Any comments here? Love to engage some of you guys and see what sort of comments or things you have about this training. I thought it was fantastic. Expert versus salesperson. That's right, Brianna. Love it. Great stuff. Great strategy about positioning and using the right language. I enjoyed meeting you versus thank you for your time. That's right, Fernetta. I love it. Great training. Thank you. Thank you. I love the simplicity. It is so simple. So go through, read this, and like chart out something like what to do on each day. Maybe someone in here, guys, someone on this call, if you want to like go through these 12 steps, these 12 days, and chart out the action steps. Maybe create up a document and put it in the group. That would be helpful. If someone wants to go through these, grab the link that's tagged here and just go through and say day 2, double check they got your email. Day 3, another email with more cool information. Another review on why this SUV is better than the other SUVs, right? I've been to a bunch of car lots, and unfortunately for car salespeople, it is a horrible experience because it's almost like you versus them. It's your naivety versus their ability to pull your wool over your eyes. I'll go in with a trade-in. They'll tell me my car's worth nothing, although Auto Trader says it's worth $7,000 more than it's trading here. Then they're trying to tell me it's worth nothing because it's got a scratch on like the back bumper that they can fix for $100 because they have a body shop. And then they're trying to get me on a higher interest rate, although my credit's fantastic. And it's like, can you afford? Like, it's what can you afford? It's not like what can I afford? What does it matter what I can afford? It matters what's the best price on the car. Like, so I hate buying cars because it's a terrible interaction for me. But this sort of situation, if I met a guy who's like, let me show you why this is this, let me show you why this is that, well, I would begin to form trust with him. And so because he's positioning himself as an expert. Now, granted, once you get on to the meeting table and you're trying to write out the numbers and they're trying to sell you the plastic shield for your bumper for $2,000, which is a piece of cellophane wrap they put on the front, whatever. Cars, there's going to be a better way soon. Someone's going to develop a better way to purchase cars, and that person will be a billionaire, like the Airbnbs, like the Ubers, like the Lyfts, like the other services that are like the Amazons. There will be a better way to purchase cars where you can just go find the best car. Because I have more success, and here's a little tip, guys. I live in Arizona, and for some reason, some cars are super expensive here. But in Florida, they're a few $1,000s less. So I've bought cars from Oklahoma, from Florida, from California for thousands of dollars less and paid anywhere from $400 to $800 and had them shipped here to my home. So I'm saving thousands of dollars on the total price, and I'm having it shipped to my home. And it's usually a better model car than I can find in my local market. And if you get the car that's still under warranty, well, your local dealership has to honor that warranty too. I hate car salesmen that much that I literally buy cars so I don't even have to talk to them. I only deal over the phone. And I make them send me pictures, and you go through the Carfax and all that stuff and yada, yada, yada. So that's just my little diatribe on cars in that regard. But for you, how can you position yourself as an expert by offering a review or additional information about the market that they're in? You sell nutritional products? Hey, let me get you this article that just came out from nutrition.com about the power of a multivitamin. Oh my gosh, it's so good. About the power of children's multivitamins. Let me get you this article that just came out about stress reliever in travel for some of you guys that are in travel MLMs, whatever. But offering your prospect, like he's eventually offering a lead magnet, but the prospect is already engaging. But it's positioning yourself as that expert. I'm loving this. I hope you're getting, I'm passionate about it because I see revelation. I see light. I don't just see, another like go get it tips, life's hard, work hard, get rich. I see like this is an actual process that every single one of you who chooses to implement it will see new success for your business. So go do it. And someone make up a little cheat sheet, drop it in the group, and I'll love on you like crazy. How about this? Okay. whoever makes up the best synopsis of this, you got 24 hours. Best synopsis of these 12 points, I'll give swag credit to, OSP swag credit. So your time's valuable, my time's valuable, but if you want the next 24 hours, so post it by tomorrow at noon. So 25 hours and 15 minutes. Any one of you guys who create a little checklist of the thing that's pwned, the article that's pinned, the training I just went over, a little checklist, make an infographic, make something, drop your website on the bottom, whatever. I'll give you the best one. I will give you some swag credit towards the OSP store. Get yourself a hat, shirt, sweater. You got 24 hours, got to put a cap on it, but if anyone wants to take the challenge, I'd appreciate you. And I'll see you guys are really enjoying this. But this is some simple steps where we can implement on a daily basis to generate more results in our follow-up and keep prospects engaged with the fact that we're a professional expert instead of a desperate salesperson. Professional expert, desperate salesperson. Okay. Tons of value. Perfect. The link isn't working. Let me see. I feel like it's working. Maybe it's not working because you're on the phone. I'm not sure, guys, but message me if you're interested in the challenge, and I will send it to you if you want to create the cheat sheet for it and then drop it in the group. Great tip. Sold auto parts dealership for years. You're cracking me up. Thanks, Jessica. Oh, well, auto parts, you're in the service area. Those guys up front who are hustling me for a clear coat for $9.97 because it keeps the paint lasting longer. And I'm like, it's 2017. Doesn't paint last pretty long now? I mean, I figured they've revised the way it goes. So, all right, cool. Fun call today. I enjoyed it. Let's do like 5 minutes Q&A, and I have one final video to show you. I have a meeting at 11 that I must jump on. If anyone has a quick question about anything that I've just gone over today, or anything in regards to, if it's support related for OSP, like we have support at Online Sales Pro, which I would send you to. I got 6 support agents working around the clock that love answering your questions. We also have the website support.Online Sales Pro, where you can go, and there's nearly 200 articles with pictures and descriptions and instructions on how to do exactly what you're looking for. And inside there is videos. I mean, it's an incredible resource center. So anything like that, like how do I do this? Go there. But even anything business or entrepreneur related, ask me a quick question in the comments below. I'd love to rap with you, or someone who's sitting here on the tip of their tongue like, I wish I could ask this dude a question. I'm here. You ask away. And if you don't have a question, then that's so fine. We'll end the call. But I had a really enjoyable time doing these calls. I do enjoy doing them. And I also only had that much coffee and I'm flying today. I would also encourage you, go into your back office, under resources, under marketing training, and revisit some of our additional video training we've had recently with some of our top network marketing trainers that have come on, from Ray Higdon to Bob Heilig to John and Nadia Melton, Rob Sperry, Cedric Harris, Max Knowles. And then below that are my power calls that I've done content like this from 15 minutes to an hour long, and learn some of the different things that you can learn from resources from us. So let's see if there's any quick questions, and I will answer them real quick. If not, we will close it out, and I will just thank you guys for being awesome and joining me today. Will the email swipes help with the process you just covered? Yeah, I mean, of course they will. Email swipes, the process that I just went over was following up with a prospect who you've already engaged with. Sometimes our email swipes are positioned for an email that you've captured through cold traffic or through Facebook ads, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter ads, where it's a follow-up email to get the lead back to your sales page. In this process that I went over today, you've already had a presentation to the lead. You've presented them. You've personally sold them. And now you as the professional are coming back and talk to them. The swipes at $19, I believe Kevin charges, or when he was freelancing, somewhere between $75 and $150 per email. So do the math, that number times 8, we're talking nearly $1,000 of emails you get for $19. Now we're able to do that because we've got thousands of users, and the quality is there. So for $19, I would suggest buying one of the 4 sets or buy all of them and then starting to apply that to your business. So hope that helps. I always think the latest power call is the best one, but really this was the best one. Love them all, Grady. Thank you. Gail, that was very sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. I think just to answer that just quickly is, through practice, I'm getting better, right? I think that's in anything we do continually, whether it's bouncing a ball or talking on the phone or talking on Facebook Live or curating information to try to deliver it to an audience who wants to learn, grow, and become the best versions of themselves, I'm able to put things to better faster, and I'm learning about our users more and the things that you guys need. So I really appreciate that. But I think that that's just a process that we're all going through to try to all grow together. So thank you so much. How to promote OSP on YouTube. Janet, I would say, create a video of yourself talking about OSP or create a video or review video. And then you need to get, you go to Fiverr and you can get a long description with keywords tags. And you need to get that on, you can put that on YouTube, but a lot of it, you need to have like more links. So whether you have a blog, you have YouTube, you have your Facebook, you have a Twitter account, it's all different links running to the same place. That's a bigger conversation, but step one would be getting a good video and then putting that onto YouTube. Awesome training. Thank you guys. Let me see if I have this right. Tuesday, Wednesday, MVP, Facebook. Jessica's trying to get her schedule for school. Jessica, so Tuesday at 1, Joel and I are doing the OSP Facebook Lives now. There is no more Friday. And Thursday, today at 10, I'm doing the power call, no more Monday. And then every other Wednesday, Kevin and I do a MVP high-level training. And we did ours yesterday. It was awesome on Facebook Messenger prospecting. If you're an MVP and haven't gone and visited, watch that, go do it. It was really, really good. It should be live in the back office today, tomorrow, but it's also still in the group. So hope that helps. You're awesome, Jessica. So let's run it. I got one final video for you guys who are trying to become better on the phone. Here's a great quick video on 3 simple sales phone tips. And then the third one is awesome. So I'm giving you a lot today, challenging you a little bit today. Whoever's going to take my challenge on creating the little PDF report or checklist, make it pretty if you could. Make it a PDF, make it an image, make it however you want to make it. Whoever makes the best one by tomorrow at noon, free swag credit from me. Post it in the group, onlinesalespro.com. And I'm excited to see who creates what. But check this video out right now. And I'm going to close out with my lines just to love on you guys, and then I'll end the feed right after this video. But I always like to close with 2 quotes. One is success loves company. Look at this community. Look at us all vibing and thriving together. Look at us, pouring into each other and working and thinking. Success loves company. Work hard each and every day, and we're going to get to the top together. And my second thing I always like to leave you with is continue to invest into yourself. It is the only place where you can guarantee a positive return, whether that's time, whether that's money, whether that's good nutrition, right? Great line. A great line about nutrition is you either pay for your health now by buying good food and vitamins, supplements, or you pay for your health later with being in the hospital and disease and whatnot. You got to take care of your body, guys. Got to take care of your body. Health and wealth, they're synonymous with success. So invest into yourself, whether it's education, mentorship, trainings, whatever. Invest in yourself. It's the only place you can guarantee a positive return. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you all, and I look forward to continuing to cheer you on. Join me in the group, and we will talk more soon. Check out this quick video about 3 simple phone tips. We'll talk to you guys again real soon.
The phone is the #1 most effective tool of a salesperson in today's market. No other tool gives you a greater balance of leverage of your time versus actually creating a personal connection. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 phone sales tips that you didn't know. Check it out. #1, tone it down. Salespeople have been taught to show lots of enthusiasm on the phone, and this is really debilitating. Nobody wants to talk to the, "Hey, how are you?" guy. Instead, tone the opening down with something a little bit more real, something along the lines of, "Hey George, Mark Wayshat calling. Did I catch you in the middle of something?" By using an approach that's much more relatable, much more genuine, you are going to see your connection rates, your conversion rates go up significantly. #2, script out the first 10 seconds of your call. What's amazing is that so few people actually truly script out the first few seconds of their call, yet no one's surprised by the idea that research shows us most prospects take about 7 seconds before they decide whether they want to hang up or politely get off the phone. Don't leave your opening to chance. Instead, script out exactly what you're going to say every single time in order to engage that prospect. #3, lead with common challenges. Your prospect doesn't care about what you have to sell. All they care about are their challenges and goals. So instead of focusing the call with how great your product or service is, instead focus the call in a direction that's going to get them to talk about what's going on in their world. So let me give you an example of how I might start a call with a prospective client. George, a lot of my clients are coming to me right now for a couple of reasons. One is that they're losing sales to low-cost competitors. Two is that they're just really struggling to maintain a good-sized pipeline. Or number three, they're just finding that the ROI on their sales activities just isn't where they want it to be. Do any of those challenges ring true to you? By using an approach that is focused on challenges and then ultimately engaging that prospect, you are going to find that your prospects are suddenly much more responsive to whatever it is that you ultimately have to offer. So those are the 3 phone sales tips. I want to hear from you. Which of those 3 tips did you find most useful? Be sure to just share below in the comments section. And for more videos on phone sales, just click right here or visit markwashak.com, where you'll find a bunch of other great resources that'll help you take your sales to an entirely different level.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. Welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Yeah, times are changing everywhere. Do we dream and do we dare? It's up to you, the door is open wide. Feel the rhythm of today, learn the part and join the play. The world is here, let's take it for a ride. You could be larger than life,